Before we turn to activity 1.18, I would like to go already deeper into what is expected from your individual report. I already made a video about it in the previous section. That was just basic guidelines, kind of what to do in each of the sections, and now we are going a little bit deeper into it. So I put the same table on screen as it is in the book, and I will put myself off the camera so we can take a better look at the guidelines, and then we go through them one by one. So I'm gone. The guidelines for the individual reports. Then, as we already know, we start with the title as a question, then the introduction, the issue 1, issue 2, evaluation of the sources, conclusion and reflection. That is something that we did last time. The additional information this time is that the title needs to be clear, concise, focused, and just a global question that can be answered from different perspectives and viewpoints within each perspective. Then we have the introduction, and the introduction is a brief explanation of the question and also why you chose the topic and what the reader can expect, and that is in about 100 to 150 words. So you don't have the space to write out everything in single detail, what the reader can expect, but just a brief overview of the general structure of the report. So you can guide the reader through your individual report. Then we go into issue 1, and issue 1, the last time we talked about the causes, the consequences and the courses of action. That is the analysis from the different perspectives, and this needs to be about 550 to 600 words for each issue. If you break that down in the causes and consequences and course of action, then it is also easier. It is not like a big chunk of 600 words, but you can also narrow it down. Same for issue 2. Analysis from the different perspectives, about the 550 to 600 words, and that you can immediately see that this part is also the biggest part of the whole report. Out of 2,000 words, this is 1,200 words already. Then you need to have an evaluation of your sources, so you need to analyze the evaluation of the strengths and weaknesses of the sources in supporting the arguments you made, and this is about the 300 words. Adding that to the issue 1, 2 and 3, these kind of are connected, then you have already a very solid part of your report done. And then it is easy in between brackets, you need to conclude. So after the research question, answer the research question as set in the title. Briefly consider the perspectives, evaluation of the strengths and weaknesses of the course of action to help resolve the issues, because you try to solve a problem. How to do that? And that is about 150 to 175 words. Then the reflection. You don't really write anything new. You state what you have learned. If your perspective changed and why, linked on the evidence that you already presented. And this also doesn't have to be that long, 125 to 150 words. And then lastly, then you have the reference list, and the reference list is also not that long, as it is 12 sources at least for the issues that you have been going through. The sources of the issues, because you need 2 sources for each perspective. Yes, then we go to activity 1.18, and then you see a section from an imaginary individual report, though the sources actually are real sources. Then you make a list, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then you answer the questions. Identify the following from the section. So you don't have to have long answers, but shorter answers we'll do find what are the issues, what is the perspectives, the causes, consequences, etc. The discussion point that follows directly below it, we wait a little bit. First, we are going to self-assess if we have done it correctly, like we did with previous exercises, and that we can see on page number 26. On page number 26, you see the bullet points, and on the bullet points, then you can see the identification. So then it's up to you, and that is also what you need to answer in your submission. If it was easy for you to spot everything, or if you actually needed help from the explanation on page number 26. And then it becomes a little bit more interesting, and then we go to the discussion point. And the discussion point we do on the forum. Individually at first, and that is also what you submit, and then you suggest how you might improve the section of the imaginary individual report in activity 1.18. Secondly, what other sections do you need to add to complete an individual report? And that you need to put on the forum. Then you can see how other people did the same activity, and then you also can learn from each other. Below the activity you have the answer sheet already, and then you can compare your answers with the answers you have. Try to do the work honestly by first doing the exercise, the activity, and only then checking the answers, especially for the discussion point. Okay, that's it for me for this activity. Good luck, and I am looking forward to see all your contributions coming in.